You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu. Polo and Tell, is that you?
Mic check. Mic check, waifu. Tell me, Pop. Is that you?
Come on now. What's good, brother? How you feeling?
Not too bad, man. I figured I'd throw some French in there since you don't want to know a little bit of French.
A little bit.
That means so not in English. Tell me, Pop. Probably pronounced that wrong, but I think I got it pretty good. I listened to Google tell me how to say it. Anyway, this is episode 62 of Mic Check Waifu. Brought to you by Lube Complex. Make sure you go to Lube Complex and use that offer code waifu to save on your entire cart. Hey, listen. It's also brought to you by our Patreon producers, which I don't have pulled up because I'm a professional streamer. Not streamer, a podcast host. Streamer.
You are professional. 100% professional.
I'm terrible.
I believe in you.
I'm terrible. Let me get our Patreon producers up though. Show them the proper love. We love y'all so very much. Thank y'all so much for supporting the show. It means the world to us. Absolutely. But the Patreon producers this week is Chris Kennedy, Connor, D Prince, Explicitly, and Monique Williams. Thank y'all so much. And shout out to our senpai, Shanti. What's up, girl? We appreciate you.
Hey.
Here we go. Listen, we got a lot to talk about today. First and foremost, I'm Polo, that's Tail, by the way, as you already know. Make sure y'all go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We released the video versions of the podcast 2 weeks later. If you're not a Patreon supporter, but we still release the video versions there. We appreciate that. Anybody that subs to our YouTube, we should probably start promoting that more, especially with what we got coming up.
Hey,
releasing out on
it's coming soon. I think by Sunday, mine will be ready.
By Sunday?
Yes, sir.
My script is about a page long right now.
Okay.
So I've been going for it. Doing pretty good with it. So I can't wait to talk more about it when we drop that. Of course, it's going to be early to our Patreon supporters.
It's about to be fire.
It's about to be so fire. Patreon.mycheckwaifu.com for all that. Hey, where you want to start, Till? We got a lot to talk about. For those of you that don't know how Mic Check Waifu works, let me just do that because I haven't done one of those in a long time. We've been doing 62 episodes of the 62 weeks of the show. But for those of you that don't know, we talk anime. We talk anime that we're currently watching. We talk some anime news. We share some topics from either the community or whatever we find. And we answer questions from our community on Twitter and Facebook as well. We also have weekly anime shows that we watch alongside everybody else that we talk about in the second half of the show because that's where we do full spoilers. So at the beginning of the show, we talk normal anime and topics and questions. Second half of the show, following our break, include a song that we got from somebody who was incredible. I can't wait to talk about later. And we talk about shows that we want to spoil. So that includes stuff like Fire Force, Demon King, Misfit School, whatever Academy. That, I guess, for the last time, God of High School, and shit like that. So we got and ReZero and stuff like that. So if you guys aren't caught up on that, make sure you guys catch up to that before you listen to the second half of the show. But this first half is all for you. All for you. Let's get this first half started, Till. All right, for real this time. We're going to start for real.
All right.
I'm in a good mood, man. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. First thing is, like, how are you doing, brother?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling good.
Good.
I've been so relaxed lately. I've been in a better mind space lately. And I always try to be in a good mind space, always.
Yeah.
A lot of the times it's harder than other times because of, personal situations. But I'm in a way better place than I have been lately. And again, it never shows. I never show it because that's how I get into a better headspace.
Yeah, because sometimes, some people, they get into a better headspace, obviously, by being around other people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the kind of person where I like being around people, but sometimes too many people is just too much. I like to isolate and then I'm good again.
Yeah, we're the opposite in that part.
Yeah, we are. We're very opposite. Like when it comes to I love being around people, but can't stand it. There is a limit, obviously. Right. Where like, for instance, even you, I would assume at some point you're like, damn, this is too much isolation. I think I need like a few more people. Like,
no. I think that's my issue, man. I'm so. Yeah. I always been like this since I was a kid, man. You can ask my mom. Whenever my mom have little house parties and stuff, my aunties and my cousins and stuff be out there. I just be in the room, sleep.
I gotta send you this YouTube video. It's this dude on YouTube who did 25 hours, I think. Probably no, I think it was 3 days in a completely white room. Oh, he had food and everything like that, and it was just complete isolation. But he could do nothing but just sit in that room. So, he could sleep and everything.
I always got something to do. So if I ever wanted to be around people, I just stream on twitch.tv/PoloBornFly. That's what I would do. You know, like whenever I want to be near people, and sometimes I will pop on a random stream every once in a while. But that's about as close as I'm gonna get.
Right.
Because I'm still alone in my office chilling.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I did want to say we had a couple of birthdays this week.
Hey.
So your sister.
My sister.
Our sister, T-Mac.
T-Mac shouty. Happy birthday, Tamara. We love you.
Had a birthday. And then the day before was my son, Chunk Daddy. Apollo Williams, my boy. I love that dude.
How was his birthday? I was literally texting you that. How's his birthday going? But then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna save it for the show. I'm gonna let him tell me on the show.
Well, you know how we do. We are, and I think you did say you admire this. Like, we're very private, like, about his birthday.
Absolutely.
We said nothing about his birthday on Facebook or Instagram. Like, no one would even know. We didn't put out any pictures, anything like that.
Absolutely love it. I admire that for real.
And, well, yeah, thank you. But like, it was cool. You know, he's a 3-year-old. What more would he want to do? We bought him a little pool. Hey. We bought him some pool toys.
Let's go.
He got in the pool, played around with his little 9-month-old sister. You know, he did everything a 3-year-old would enjoy doing. We took him out he picked out his own cake. He opened up toys every day throughout the week.
That's cool.
Like whatever came in from Amazon, he opened it. I had some toys. We had some toys hidden and stuff like that. We basically redecorated his room. Everything a 3-year-old would love. That's what we did.
Love it. Incredible. Love it.
I mean, we ain't do nothing crazy. We ain't go out and buy him the latest, greatest Jordans or nothing like that. But we bought him whatever he wanted. Anything that he picked up was like, I want this. That's what he got.
That's funny. We were just having a conversation about that. I'm gonna leave that to wherever we had that conversation. But that was good. Right.
But yeah,
that's funny. Yeah, man. That's awesome though. That's awesome. You got to have his fun. That's all that matters, man.
Exactly.
Keep the kids a kid, man. That's all I got to say about that. Just keep them a kid. Let them be a kid. Put them in some light up Spider-Mans. Keep it moving.
Oddly enough, I don't think he likes Spider-Man.
Damn, that hurt my heart.
It kind of hurt my heart too, but if he likes Iron Man, I'm cool.
I know.
Because I personally prefer Iron Man. But if he likes Iron Man, I'm cool with that. I'll take it.
That's going to be the only reason why I buy the Avengers. If I buy the Avengers, that Avengers game, because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's trash. It's not.
Is it?
It's okay. Let me. All right.
I was looking at some of the gameplay of like Kamala, you know, the Marvel character, and her motions. Like, so I hated that, like, because she stretches, right?
Yeah, right.
Like every time she jumped, it was the same jump animation. Like. And I get it, but like sometimes you jump off a different leg, like you off balance or something like that. Just make it look realistic.
So here's the problem.
Because in most games they do that, like where you jump off one leg. If you run in a certain way, it just looks kind of clunky.
Here's the problem. I just got done damn near platinuming Ghost of Tsushima. I need 3 more trophies, like 3 more trophies before I have my very first platinum ever, because I just love Ghost of Tsushima. Game is wonderful. I love it. The fluidity of it, the world, the graphics, all of that is beautiful. I downloaded the Avengers beta for Trader Truth because I told him I was gonna play it, and man, I went into it. I'm like, okay, I got low expectations. My expectations is low because every video I watched, except for maybe one video from Kind of Funny, said that the game was The game was good. They said it was good. Everybody else said it was like, no, I don't know about this one. I'm cool.
And we know why they say it's good, because they want to get their review copies and stuff like that.
I don't know. They wouldn't do that, but they're just like super Marvel DC fan like fandom. Okay. You know what I mean? So there's the problem with that in itself. The game is super repetitive. For one, when you play as the Hulk, which you would think is incredible. Mm-hmm. Hulk takes so much damage from little bullshit that just it don't vibe with me mentally. Like it
don't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
You should be able to hit the Hulk with a car and it don't do nothing.
And it's the reason why is because my Hulk gear level is too low. It's fucking stupid. Why do I gotta find gear as the fucking Hulk? It's dumb. I see what they're trying to do. I get the idea of it. The only reason why I would play it is because Spider-Man, because that's my favorite superhero ever. And he's coming exclusively to PS4, so it looks like I'll have to get it there if I do get this. But yeah, it's very stiff. It's gonna be super repetitive.
Wait, why did they do that? Why did they put Spider-Man only on PS4? Are there any other exclusive characters for any other console?
Not yet, but yeah.
Because is it because Spider-Man still owned by Sony?
The movie rights.
Okay.
That's it.
I mean, because that's kind of cool and kind of makes sense.
Nah, man.
But it's still low key grimy.
Because Marvel Ultimate Alliance, what is it, 3, the one on Nintendo Switch? That has Spider-Man in it. Like, you don't.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I think that's a cool idea. But if they do that thing where they lock it to like PlayStation 4 for like a year.
Nope, he's there forever, bro. You cannot get him anywhere else.
Can't get him anywhere else. People ain't buying that game on anything but PlayStation.
I know. It's genius for Sony, I guess. I mean, not that I care, because like I said, I always have all the consoles anyway. I don't give a fuck about that.
It sucks for the people who actually make the game. We got to produce the Xbox copies anyway.
Mm-hmm. And then and PC, like I would rather play it on PC because it looks like shit on PS4, to be honest.
Yeah.
It looks poop.
Yeah, you get more flexibility to make it look amazing on PC.
Absolutely. And this fucking beast back here can run it no problem. Yeah. Oh shit, we talking about video games. Anyway, let's
just getting in here.
How you feeling though?
I'm solid, bro. I'm good. Been working out every day. I cut off like a minute to my run time this week. You know, I was on vacation this week. Yeah. So I've been running, cut a minute off my run time. I'm trying to get back to my 7 minutes and 50 seconds that I was 2 years ago.
Sick.
3 years ago. 3 years ago, I was running at 7 minutes and 50 seconds for a mile. So I'm trying to get back to that.
That's not bad.
I'm not there though.
Yeah, man. When I did those 6 miles, I wasn't supposed to do because it was too soon. It took me about an hour, and I was fucking dead,
bro.
I was dead. I'm like, nah, I gotta take a break. Yeah,
a whole break. Take a week off.
Yeah, my knees was in pain. It was terrible because I ran by the lake and then ran back to my house because my house is close to the lake, but it's not that close, right? Like close to the lake. So I did it, man. I'm like, man, fuck this. I mean, I haven't ran in like a month since though.
Hey, I mean, you overdid it for your body, probably.
For sure.
I know when I do that, like if I hit a workout that's too much, I take like a week off, and I'm like, all right, yeah, that was too much for me.
Yeah, I got to get back in the routine like I used to be, because that shit used to be 5 miles used to be nothing. It used to take me a while to do it, but it used to be nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like a 8.5, 9 minute mile used to be a breeze to me. Mm-hmm. Now I'm struggling to stay at 10 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm in it like, but I do way more than I used to. Yeah. Which I'm happy that I weigh more. But you know, dope. Let's get into this anime, bro. Let's do it. I kind of want to start off with a disappointment because I have this very big thing that I know you want to talk about, but I feel like we need to talk about it anyway.
What's that?
God of High School.
Oh yes, let's do that, please.
Let's start there.
So me and Tell, it's rare that me and Tell talk about anime outside of the podcast. We try to keep it all for this week. We don't talk anything outside of it. So what are your thoughts? Because I kind of spilled mine on Twitter because I had to. I
said this last week that I'm not really feeling God of High School.
Yeah.
And our boy Murky was like, no, I love God of High School. And I said, I did say this. I didn't really retcon, but I kind of went back and said, like, it is good for what it is, right? Like, you just want to throw something on and it's a fight, right? Because if you think about Dragon Ball, that's all it is.
Straight up.
You know, sometimes you want to throw in something. I'm not even going to go as far as just saying it's mindless anymore, because we haven't gotten far enough to actually have a storyline, I guess, right? Because they just want to throw hands. But like when people say like the story is amazing, I can't feel that. No. Like our boy Call Me Devin, he said, I love the storyline for God of High School. I was like, I can't feel that.
Where?
The character development, I can't feel that.
Where?
The hands, I love it. Like, I love the fight animations. I love that. I really do. Like, I think if you want to get in something and you want some action, I enjoy that for some action. But the actual, like, I can turn on Sword Art Online, get a better story and better action.
Tell them.
But God of High School, I'm not trying to shit on it though, because I don't think it's like, it's not for me, because at this point in my life, I don't want just mindless meathead punch something in the face anime anymore. I will watch it though, because at some point I feel like once the storyline gets better, it's just gonna be it. But I think, was it Leak or somebody who somebody from Worst Gen was it was once I found out that they had all this power that I was like, it's a wrap for me. Yep. And I'm like,
I'm on that side. I'm on that side. Because listen,
I'm gonna see, but you know, I'm gonna keep watching it. But I'm just saying it now. Like, if this drop off and isn't on the podcast next week and we don't talk about it, that's probably why. Because it's not worth talking about to both of us.
I'm so sick and tired of the excuse of it hasn't even had time to get started yet. This is episode 6 of a 13 episode series. It had time. Yeah. It's plenty of fucking time. Most people give it 3 episodes
for a real hook or something.
Yeah, this is fucking 6. There's no hook here. There's literally no hook here. Like you said, like I said on Twitter, it's a meathead, mindless fight fest, and that's cool. That's perfectly fine. But like you said, and like I said on Twitter, I am over it. I'm done with that life. Like, I'm turning on Fire Force if I want dope fights with great story.
I could turn on Baki.
You could turn on Baki.
With that 3D animation, it wasn't the best, but you know, on Netflix, it's still, they got hands, they got legit fighting styles. It's the same thing, just probably with a better story.
Yeah, facts. This story, when the dude came out and said, we are here to take over, we are here to destroy the world, that's when I sent that tweet. I'm like, all right. This motherfucker, the evil big bad just said, we just here to destroy the world. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Don't get me wrong. I acknowledge the fact that Fire Force, the Evangelist, is virtually the same thing. But they're looking to recreate the Great Cataclysm from 250 years ago for a particular reason. It's not just to destroy the world.
They also worship the Adola burst, right? Like, it's a whole different perspective.
It's a different perspective. It's a whole story arc around.
They're not evil for evil's sake. There's like layers to their evil.
This motherfucker
realistically, they're not even being evil if you look at like how they. Yeah, but go ahead.
Motherfucker said, we are here to destroy the world, and he brought that knife down on Jin Mori's grandfather. I'm like, okay. All right, I'm fucking done. This shit is stupid, man. This is the dumbest shit I've ever watched in my life. And there's no saving it. Like, again, it's great for people who love that mindless shit, who I don't want to say that because I do not want to disrespect anybody that anime watch, okay? Like, you can like whatever you want to like, because that's not what I want to do. I never want to disrespect what you like.
And if this is your favorite anime, it just is what
I respect it. Yeah, man. Like, I have a hard time, and it's probably why I seem like the villain of this podcast, because I have a hard time holding my tongue back. Sometimes I just say whatever the fuck I want. I can't help it. I'm sorry. But I just can't get behind this fucking show, because it's a snooze fest to me. I get bored watching it. I'm sick of this story that's supposed to be there that's just not. 6 episodes is plenty for a 13 episode series. Like, I don't want to hear that excuse.
The story plots so far have been minuscule. Like, the most important story part was with, what's his name, Don Wee and his friend. And that was the first like glue to them actually being friends. But it was like, other than that, like, nothing seemed relatively important. Yeah. And they keep saying tiger cubs and blah, blah, blah. And then we get Jim Mori's grandpa talking about, I taught my grandson to throw hands, ha, ha, ha. and do what you want when you want to fight. I'll take that as a chance to go ahead and drop this knife on you, old man. It really, I'm not saying it's bad, though. Like,
that shit's bad,
bro. It's just... It's just that, like, it is just, let's just go in and throw hands. That's it.
That's it.
I'm going to say Black Clover so far has a better story.
I agree with that. I agree with that actually, but I agree with that. Holy fuck. Anyway, we hate Black Clover, and we agree. I definitely agree on that part because this shit is. Oh my god, dude! I'm like, man, what the fuck? I feel like I wasted my time. I'm wasting my time every time I watch it. So I'm thinking about just fucking cutting it down, waiting until it's done, when it's fully done, and then watching it through, and then say fuck it. And to be honest, Till, I'm gonna keep it 100% real with you. I think the animation took a fucking dip. Like I don't think it's been as consistently good as it was the first 3 episodes.
Only moments when it's been fire. Like I agree from that beginning. I will say though, they did improve the backgrounds because I've been looking at that ever since you said it about episode 1.
Yeah.
I've been trying to pay attention to the background and see how shitty it looks. In the background, they use CG like characters for the background, but they don't look as bad as like they still look very anime drawn in CG.
Right. So
they did improve the background. I was gonna say the one big thing I really liked about just this one scene that stood out to me about the background that I really liked was the perspective. Was when Jin Mori and the group was walking. And the old man with the missing arm and shit was there, and he like walks past them, like that perspective of like the street, they're walking over the street, and then the people walking still, everything was still in motion. There was nothing that was just like stagnant. I was like, okay, that's cool. They took a chance there because it could have really been a big miss, but literally that was just like a 5-second scene that wasn't like, it didn't actually mean anything to the overarching story other than the fact that Jim Mori's not like, I guess, aware enough to sense an old man yet.
We've been getting so much heat. Like, we've been getting much fucking heat. No, I'm saying like heat as in anime wise, like fire anime.
Oh, okay.
So it's hard.
Yeah, there's a lot of fire going on for this to be
I can't justify
our role. Yeah, like I don't even understand because it's slice of life out here that's hitting way harder than this. And I actually kind of feel like on the action side.
Let's go. Yeah, you're not wrong. I can't wait to talk about that. Listen, let's get off this shit. If we end up stop talking about God of High School, I'm sorry if y'all wanted to hear our thoughts on it. When it's done, we'll probably review it still. Just because that's what we do.
I'll probably weekly just say it's been good or it's been bad.
Yeah, and I'll probably do that. I might toss it on if there's nothing else, but there's other stuff. And right now, something I've been watching that I should have talked about last week that I actually didn't watch this week because I was watching something else. But Violet Evergarden, man, on Netflix, beautiful by Ufotable, beautiful show.
Okay, yeah, I haven't watched it. I was thinking of the Magus Bride.
No, yeah, it's fucking holy shit. It's kind of similar story. It's kind of similar. It's about this girl who's basically her entire life was trained to fight in the military. Like, like fucking throw hands in the military. She was like one of the strongest soldiers they had. Who she used to work under this major. The major ended up losing his life, and she ended up getting shipped away by his best friend. His best friend is now taking care of her, and now she's trying to live a quote unquote normal life because the war is over. I think it takes place for World War II or a fictional world or something like that. It's the equivalent of World War II in a fictional world, if that makes sense. But it's a beautiful fucking show, man. It's gorgeous.
So I've only seen clips, but I have to say, from what I've seen, it is beautiful. I haven't seen it yet, though, so I might have to see it.
It's more like a slice of life now, I guess. Like a romantic dramedy. No, not dramedy, because there's no comedy in it whatsoever. But this girl has basically no emotions, and she tried to get a job as something called I forget what they call it, the full name of it, but it's something doll, where she types letters for people who can't read or write, because after the war, during the war went on for like 11 years or something like that, they said. I can't remember the exact dates. I could be wrong, whatever. You get the gist. Yeah. A lot of people can't read or write because of the war. So what they do is they type up letters for people and send them off to whoever they need to send them off to, because this and like rudimentary phones are like the only ways of communication. She's trying to get this job as a doll to figure out what love means, because the major said that right before he died to her. He told her he loves her, and she didn't know what that means because she hasn't experienced anything emotional at all.
She's been all about fighting.
About fighting, and they just treated her like shit, like absolute dog shit. So She knows nothing about emotion. But while she's in this job trying to write these letters for these people, she's doing a terrible job because, again, she can't express emotion. So what she's writing sounds like military briefings and war plans and shit like that. Whenever she's trying to explain to somebody why they're in love with somebody else, it's bad. But other
it's
than
like
that,
when your battalion stomps very hard and you can feel the earthquake. I don't know.
It's even worse than that. It's more robotic than that.
Wow.
But it's crazy. It's a good show so far. I'm definitely going to keep watching it. Definitely worth it. I had to set it aside because I picked up Bleach. So
yeah, that's a big undertaking.
Yeah, it's a decent one. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
Okay, well, yeah. How far are you in Bleach right now?
140.
Damn. So look, hold up. I was certain that I was ahead of you. I was certain. I'm on 112.
Yeah.
Now,
I am skipping fillers though, so that
I'm skipping fillers too.
Oh yeah.
But I'm on 112.
Before we start,
finished.
You just finished.
I'm on 114. I'm on 114.
Okay. So before we start that, I just want to say again, this is my first real watch of Bleach. Okay. Mm-hmm. During the time when Bleach came on, I was never home. I never watched Bleach before. Like, I'd seen bits and pieces of it every once in a while. Like, I seen when Ichigo became a demon with horns. And then I seen when Aizen faked his death. I seen Ichigo fight Kenpachi. And then that was all I can remember. Like, everything else is completely fucking new. And when I say, I don't know how I never been spoiled on this show ever, but this shit was a whole surprise to me. like
yeah.
When I saw Aizen was alive, it blew me the fuck back, bro.
So I was trying to, I made my thread, but I didn't want to say too many spoilers in my thread because I knew that you probably didn't see everything. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to say hey, yo, Aizen. I said that they did a good job at hiding who the true villain was, I think is what I said.
I don't even remember that, to be honest. I don't even remember you saying that. That's crazy.
I said that, and I said they did a good job at hiding who the true villain was.
That's why I had to slow you down last week too, because you were about to go ham on talking about everything, and I'm like, hold on, wait, let's talk about up to where I am first, because I'm not I'm not that versed.
But I loved it. I was like, yo, the way that, because I don't remember it as well as I thought I would have. Yeah. But how they did that, for me, I was thinking I don't remember getting Ichimaru being a legit bad guy. I knew he was antagonistic and stuff like that. I thought in my mind, I'm like, because I knew Aizen was the true bad guy. I knew that.
Never knew.
But I didn't know that he was I didn't know he had Gin and the black dude helping him the whole time.
Me either.
I thought that was I thought he was just pulling the strings in the background and controlling people and making them see and think whatever he wanted them to see and think. And I was like, hold up, shit, these motherfuckers really with him? I'm like, oh, y'all foul. I just thought it was him by himself.
Man, that whole twist. This fucking Bleach's story is way better than I ever thought it would be. Bro.
It is better than I remember. And
animation not that great.
It's 2004. I mean, if you compare it to other 2004 anime, there are some that are a lot better.
One Piece's animation was better.
Full Metal.
Yeah. One Piece has some shit in it. I'm like, damn, this shit looks sweet. The fights in Bleach don't even look like fights most of the time. I'm gonna be honest with you. It just looks like a few clashes here and there. When you talked when you talked about that Kenpachi and the Ichigo fight, and then I saw the captain of Squad 10 and then Captain Jin go at it, I'm like, no, this shit is fucking fire. But now, that Kenpachi and Bleach fight was just I thought it was way better than. I
would say, if anything, the best one, in my opinion, best fight so far was Uryu versus the captain, the science captain.
Squad 12.
To me, in terms of what it looked like, that was the best looking fight, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not the frame rate wasn't better or anything like that. It just overall the appeal, the aesthetic, the motion, how his soul, his spiritual pressure was absorbing the ragey, I think, everything around him. Shit was raw. I was like, okay, we'll turn up then, bro.
I'm gonna say this now, man. I love these characters, like so many lovable characters. There's not many I don't like. I see what you said about Orihime. I don't like her now.
Yeah.
I still love Chad. I still think he's a fucking boss.
And I don't want to say I don't like Orihime. I just don't like how they're doing Orihime. Like, why are they making her seem stupid? And it's like, she shouldn't be as oblivious and mindless as they're trying to make her seem in some moments. Yeah. It's like at some point she has to be like obsolete and just remove her from the show. That's
an early 2000s, late 90s thing though, for sure. Yeah. Like that in that aspect of anime, it's a lot of that shit. But like, I just love Yoruichi is one of the best characters.
Yoruichi is fucking amazing. She was fucking amazing, bro. She was like, hold up, I'm gonna let you stab me 5 times just so you know, and let me show you why you can't use this power yet, because you're not ready for this yet, little girl. I'm still 100 years older than you. She's like, you're not ready for this.
You know that move you think you created? No, it's called this, and this is. I'm like, yo, this
right.
Girl, she's bad.
I've been using this. And that's why I didn't teach it to you.
Right now,
I'm the GOAT.
Right now, she's still the waifu of the show for sure. Mm-hmm. I'll fucking
easily
love her so much.
Well, you're in the Rancor. We're in the Rancor season. Did you finish on Rancor?
No, this is the Rancor is barely even getting fucking started still.
Okay, so there is a moment in this. Well, I mean, I guess now that I look at the filler, you're not that far ahead of me. You're like what, like 8 episodes ahead, 10 episodes ahead?
Probably about 10, yeah.
Yeah,
because you literally skip a whole season.
Yeah. The Rancor has a waifu in there, like a solid ass waifu.
Okay,
like
okay.
Like a
I think I saw her.
9 out of 10 ass waifu.
I think I saw her. Yeah.
Like yeah, that's a waifu right there.
Yeah.
It's I'm excited to kind of get through this because I've said this before. Grimmjow is one of my favorite villains.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he's mad mediocre.
It is what it is, and it could just be the fact that like I said, I haven't watched this since like 2007.
And back then, I can see how he could be, but right now he's just he's so fucking. Typical.
And back then, I had never even really got into Naruto yet. Like I had watched Naruto, but not like really, not really care about Naruto. Mm-hmm. And I didn't really start watching Naruto till like 2011. Yeah, and that's when I blew through all Naruto and all the Shippuden, that kind of shit. Started reading the Shippuden. But at this point, from what I remember, Grimmjow was like my favorite villain. Like I loved Grimmjow. So I'm going to see more about him.
I don't want to. I mean, you already know about this, I'm sure. But this is the point where they encounter him for the second time after his arm was torn off by his own folks.
Yeah,
he's like super fucking. I heard it when I saw him. I'm like, oh shit, this is the dude. This my dude. This Tails dude. So that's my dude. Let me see what he hitting for. And I'm like, oh, he's like, why does Tail like this guy? He's like super normal, like an average ass villain.
And that's what I'm saying. You're not wrong. I'm trying to think like, what was his motivations again?
He really didn't have much going.
And I'm like,
Aizen.
I just remember. Aizen's a whole nother thing though.
I'm about to walk away from the pod right now. You want to talk about fucking villainry, bro?
Yo,
this man. I tweeted demon in all caps because he's a demon, man.
He is crazy. He is one of those villains that's like I think you could put him easily put him on Madara's level by the end of the anime.
I was just about to
easily.
Say, I don't know about the end yet because I've never seen it, but easily right now he's Madara level for sure.
I think that because I know how it ends. I just didn't see everything. Mm-hmm. I think when we get to the end, we're gonna be like, "Yo, Aizen was really that motherfucker."
Yeah, like I'm seeing that now. Like when they were in the Soul Society, the almost like the final battle of the Soul Society,
and he just popped up.
Yeah, and he was telling people like what he do and how he does it. I'm like, this motherfucker, what?
He asked all y'all to gather for a meeting. So first of all, at what point in your mind is it like, oh yeah, we should all gather up and show each other our special abilities? Like, first of all, we are her Soul Reapers and we literally fight each other all the time. Why would I trust you?
Right.
Why would you say I want to show you guys all my ability? To me, that sounds like a setup. Sound like a trap. Let me go ahead and back off.
But the way
I'm not gonna be there.
The way he did it was so smooth though. He just said it like because the moment they gathered, all he got to do is show his Zanbakuto. That's it.
And hit the release, and they see it, and it's like, yep, all right,
it's done. Like
you have perfect hypnosis now. Everything I say I want you to see, you will see.
And then seeing Momo, man, oh my god, seeing what he did to Momo, and then like, dude, that's
so. I did want to say up until that point though, it seemed like nobody was gonna die. Like that's the one issue I have with Bleach. Now, it seemed like until Aizen really showed up, there was no true sign of death. Like everybody was getting their ass beat. They just like, oh, I'm surprised you're not dead from this. And it was like, come on, bro. Like, let this motherfucker die. Let somebody die.
Now that's yeah.
Because it's just like Renji got handled.
I thought he was done.
I thought he should have died.
Yeah.
Like, and I know obviously these characters need to stick around. And I wanted to say something about that specifically because I saw it on Twitter. I think it was I can't remember his name, but he dude on Twitter said, I'm tired of people complaining about ass pools. They must not realize how much that shit really happened in real life. And I'm like, that's true. Like literally in real life, your testosterone starts pumping and you can do some crazy shit to save your life or somebody else's life. But here's the reality is that ass pulls only happen very rarely in real life. It does happen, yes. But like ass pulls are a less than 1% reality.
To call adrenaline an ass pull is the fucking biggest cop out I've ever heard in my life though. It sounds like bullshit. It
does happen though. Like so obviously adrenaline start pumping.
If I put a gun to your face and pull the fucking trigger, give me that ass pull. You know, it doesn't exist.
It's not happening. But like the people who lift up a car because it's on their kid, that stuff really happens because of adrenaline, obviously.
Yeah, but
that's not technically an ass pull. Like that's like just adrenaline pumping and that shit happens.
Right.
But like, is that gonna happen for everybody? No, because everybody, not regardless of adrenaline, is gonna be able to lift up a car a little bit to even be able to save their kids. Some people just gonna be chalked. All right, it just is what it is.
Let's pause real quick right there. Let's define ass pools real quick. Let's get that out the way. We're going to define an ass pool right here. What is an ass pool to you?
An ass pool to me is you're on death's door. Or not even. Let's not even necessarily say in the middle of a fight. Mm-hmm. An ass pool is you're in the middle of a scenario that you should not be able to get out of. And some magical reason or unexplainable reason that comes out of nowhere and completely retcons that scenario before it gets too bad for you. That could be in a slice of life. That can be in a battle anime. Mm-hmm. It can be in a, let's say if it was no game, no life. Anything that is like, I'm out of it. To me, that's an ass pull.
An ass pull for me is Jimmy Neutron's Brain Blast. That's just it. Like it's when you get that unexplainable moment where you shouldn't be able to get out of the situation, like you said, and you're just out of it.
That's gonna be a trailer right there.
Ass Pool is Black Clover, Power of Friendship in a nutshell. Like that is now Ass Pools for me and in Bleach. I must say, like and watching this. It's funny that you said that. The moment you said that, that's the one problem you had with Bleach was that you didn't think anybody was going to die. I didn't even think about that like that. Like, it didn't even cross my mind that nobody's actually dying. Like, everybody's close to death, but nobody's actually dying. And that's a good fucking point. And that kind of like make me think this show is so well written that I didn't even realize that, at least for me. Like for me personally, and I fucking realize and I recognize everything. I am so analytical when it comes to this shit. It's ridiculous, and I didn't even realize.
And Aizen was the first sign of like true death in this fucking show. It was like, hey, I'm Aizen, I'm here, and then shit happens.
Because I'm like, damn, Aizen about to get this fucking Jin dude, and Jin kills him, and then Jin fucking makes it seem like that the squad captain, squad 10 captain was the one who did it, and now Momo's attacking him, going crazy and shit because she's losing her fucking mind. I'm like blown back, and I see Aizen come to find out he did this whole fucking shit, and I'm like, oh,
fucking thing,
whoa, what a demon. I'm like, I tweeted, why ain't nobody tell me that Aizen was a demon, man?
Why would we tell you.
It's crazy.
Well, first of all, I feel like everybody says Aizen is one of the greatest villains.
Dude, that shit went through one ear and out the other. Thank God. Thank God it did. Because, like, I do remember people saying that after I realized this. Because I'm like, wait, he's dead. Wait, no,
the Ron card called this motherfucker Lord Aizen. Yeah. Lord Aizen, not Aizen.
Yeah.
Not X Squad Captain Aizen, not Soul Reaper Aizen, Lord motherfucking Aizen.
Yep. Yeah. And then the power scaling is the one thing I'm kind of like, you spend all this time getting Bankai and then you do what you do to fucking Rukia's brother. And now Bankai is almost useless almost instantly when it comes to the Auracane. And that's probably because we skipping filler. So it just we're kind of like essentially time jumping. But
I do think also like what it's supposed to, like the Auracane card is supposed to symbolize like the next level. Right. Like the captains realistically shouldn't be able to fight the Auracane card except for like the exception of like Kenpachi. Which even to me, he might not even be able to fight. Or Yamamoto. Yamamoto's a fucking true monster. He's the fire dude. Old fire dude.
Oh yeah, the head squad captain. Yeah.
So like realistically, there's not really anyone of the captains who can really fight the Auracane card, or at least like not yet. But at least in my mind, that's how I would say the power scaling should be.
Yeah.
And the real thing is that Ichigo just has like this limitless amount of spiritual pressure or power that can't be capped, and he just doesn't know how to tap into it yet. So that's his reasoning. But he also has the ability to become one of them because we see that he has the visor and stuff like that. So we'll see. That's that. I think this whole is to introduce Ichigo's next level of power and stuff like that.
Yeah, because this man fucking watching those squad captains during that first arc, that Soul Society arc, man. I'm like, man, this shit. Every one of those motherfuckers seem like demons that I just don't want to even trifle with.
But it's also their abilities are actually mad creative.
So creative.
Like some of them are so like different that it's like I said, like for instance, Yoruichi fighting the new commander or of the stealth team, right? Like she has an actual sword and then it turns into like a little needle on her hand and she just taps you. She has to tap in the same place basically, but you die after that. And it's like, yo.
Yeah, that's another thing that gets to me though. The writing in Bleach is great. But everybody fucking monologues their whole shit. Yo, their whole plans.
This is my whole ability.
This is my whole ability. This is what I have to do to activate my ability. So if I do this, you better watch out. Here I come. It's a whole bunch of here I comes.
It is kind of funny though. Like, why do they say it out loud?
Yeah, it's
like, why would you even tell Yoruichi that if you wanted a real chance at beating her?
And everybody do that. Everybody talk about their Zanpakuto toes and what it does, and this is what this ability does.
I think it's supposed to show like they're overconfident. Let me show you how strong. The only person to me who didn't monologue about their Zanpakuto is obviously, like I said, Kenpachi.
Yeah.
Kenpachi was like, my Zanpakuto don't have a name.
I don't know what the fuck this is, but take these hands.
Let me hit you with this.
But the way he handled his squad mates, his other fellow squad captains, Bankais, I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's it's crazy, dog.
Yeah, you talk about the demon. That's another one.
Yeah, he ate those fucking Bankais. Like, yeah, all right, this is cute. Then that's when I first learned that Bankais was like a real big fucking deal. Well, that's how they made it seem. It was a real big fucking deal, and lo and behold, it's not. He just ate that shit up. Yeah, Kenpachi's a monster.
Supposed to be a big deal. Well, they said it's supposed to take 10 years before you can even use it masterfully.
Exactly.
So like they supposed to be masters of the Bankai, and Kenpachi like, okay, yeah, I can't see, hear, smell, taste nothing, but I can feel this bitch. So if you gonna stab me, I'm letting you know right now.
Motherfucker Tupac, he just took the bullet. All right, kept walking. That's crazy.
Man, that's crazy.
Love it, man.
We talked about a lot of Bleach.
Oh, yeah, we did. Holy shit. Let's get into these questions, bro.
Let's do it.
We got some great questions from Twitter as always. Including somebody new. Hit us with a question, a real good one. I'm gonna go to it here on just a second. Yeah, okay. It's from man, I'm gonna say this wrong. Friday Goat at FIRDA Goat. He says, He says, "Do you guys think with the success of Fire Force, we could possibly see a Soul Eater reboot?"
Please? Like, can that be it? Can I just say please? And
Man.
that be, I would love. So first of all, Polo ain't never seen Soul Eater. I would love a Soul Eater reboot, especially with this same studio.
Yes.
Same sound design, like low key.
Love the
and the only thing they got to change about Soul Eater is the ending, because everything else was not. There was nothing wrong with the entire storyline. I was cool with the entire thing. Just change the ending to where it's not the power of love and friendship that wins. Just like make it like about the fucking character's skill and like the power of like, I'm just fucking raw. Like, Soul Eater is really good and has some really great characters. Like, I look at some of the characters, they have some of my favorite characters in anime, like Dr. Stein. Dr. Stein was one of my favorite characters. He was my first favorite villain because I watched Soul Eater before I watched Bleach. And Dr. Stein to me was like, he was just insane. But he wasn't really a villain. He was like that character that teetered on good and bad. But yeah, please, let's just get a Soul Eater. Let's just get a Soul Eater rerun or a remake.
What you think the odds of it happening is?
I think if we keep asking for it, like, they'll see the value in it. I think here's the thing is it's all going to be based off of if the manga gets bought. Because let's say the manga starts hyping up again, because I feel like Soul Eater's rewatching has already happened, because the reason I even started watching Soul Eater over again was because every time I clicked on any kind of, like, I go on my computer and type on Verve or Crunchyroll or Hulu or something like that, and Soul Eater would just pop up somewhere. And I'm just like, somebody got to be watching Soul Eater. It wasn't me. I wasn't watching it initially. It just started popping up. So I think people are watching it, and it's relatively popular. So, like, it might make a comeback. It could. It would be beautiful. I hope someone's talking about it.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and watch it because, I mean, I fucking love Fire Force. And even if it's a quarter of the way good as Fire Force, I'm in. Like,
the one thing I want to say to you is that, like, it does some of the same things Fire Force does, where it has all these different storylines in the background that you just got to pay attention to because they're there. And you're going to see Fire Force characters in Soul Eater, not like literally, but you're going to see like where the inspiration comes from.
Yeah. Almost. Yeah. I see. All right. Great question, man. We appreciate you for asking. I do hope we get something like that. Cause like I said, there's not much Fire Force. So when Fire Force ends, it'll probably be ended soon. Crystal says, okay, maybe. Oh no, wait, no. I'm gonna go back. She says you should talk about Misfit Demon King Academy with the rest of the weekly spoilers, because I don't think y'all talked about it last episode, and I kind of verified we did skim over it a little bit in the second half of the show. We didn't really go as detailed as we did with our other shows for that one, which we are going to make up for this week because that shit is fucking great.
Yes. We will definitely be doing that.
Yeah. But Trader Truth, aka at Trey_DeAndre says, how do you guys balance work life, video games, non-anime shows and movies on a weekly basis? I'm gonna start this one off. I'm gonna tell you straight up, Trey, your boy don't watch any other shows or movies if it ain't anime. So that is already done. I work a lot. I work for, the average 40 hours a week, but I just got this whole little schedule down now, and it's pretty damn good, except for Bleach. Bleach kind of threw a monkey wrench into that a little bit, but my life consists of this. I go to work, I come home, I play games after I take care of my dog and shit like that. When I'm playing games, I'm chilling all the way up until about Saturday. And then Saturday comes around, that's when I binge all the weekly shows that we're supposed to watch. But like I said, unless it's Bleach, I've been watching Bleach literally all this week until Saturday. And then I watched the weeklies, and then I went back to Bleach.
That's like what I did.
Yeah, so yeah, that's how I don't watch regular TV. I don't like regular TV anymore. There's nothing on regular TV that I would need or want to watch.
Right.
All I need is really anime and video games.
So I'm very similar to that. I keep up with sports, but only for like
Yeah, but
I don't
there's no
really
sports
actually
going on
watch
right
them.
now.
I just hit the news and I'm like, all right, cool, we winning. All right, bet.
Yeah, when Nebraska won, it's a different story though.
Right. So like I'm very similar. The difference is I obviously have 2 kids and a wife, so I have to be
Present.
a dad,
Yeah, of course.
and present. Yeah, right. So like most of the time, so currently what I'm doing is anime that like I'm just putting on in the background. I always just throw that on dubbed because I just listen to it dubbed and just be like whatever it is, what it is. Anime I pay really good attention to. I'll wait until the kids go to sleep or something, and I'll watch that subbed because it forces me to like pay attention to everything.
Right.
But really, like balancing everything is, I throw in anime and stuff like that when I can. Gaming, I'm very shitty at gaming. Like I want to play games. Sometimes I'm like up. Like the other day, I was up until 12 o'clock and I'm sitting here looking at my computer screen. I'm literally sitting on my computer just like this.
For those of you that don't know, Toe, real quick. For those of you that don't know, Toe goes to bed at like 10:30. Just want to throw it out there. He's been doing that shit since high school.
I also wake up at 4 o'clock or 2 o'clock all the time. Like exactly. I can't sleep for longer than 4 hours. I wake up all night.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So I'm sitting here at the computer at like 12 o'clock, at like 11. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm about to play a game. I saw Polo and Legal were in the Mile High Club, which is Polo's personal Discord. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm about to jump in the Mile High Club and play games with them. And I'm just thinking. And I'm just like, there's nothing I want to play right now.
See?
Not a damn game in the world I actually 100% want to play like right now. Like I want to dive deep. And I'm just like, I'm about to go do something else.
I don't want to pretend to understand, but I completely understand. But I don't want to pretend like to completely understand. This is my spectrum for you. Like you got everything that you got going on, of course, and you got to do that. It's obviously family obligations, and you got to take care of that. So when it comes to the video games, you're like, shit, well, I could dive into a game, but if I dive into something like an MMO, or if I dive into something like you got to be committed to, you can't be committed to it because you have everything else you have to worry about on top of the anime, on top of the podcast and shit. So,
right.
So it's like a lot harder for you.
It is, but it's also like, that's kind of like why I like things like Apex, because I just jump in, play, and I get the fuck out.
Roll
and it's like
shit like that.
It's easy for me. But then it's like, also, I get bored of those too, and I want to actually engage and dive deep into something. So the truth of the matter is, it's hard to balance for me personally because there's more I want to do. I'm also working on some other stuff in the background. Like obviously, we're working on this video.
Yeah.
I'm working on trying to get my own personal LLC or business going, and it's like it's a lot I have to do to like stay on top of everything.
Right. It's hard, man. It's not easy. It's not easy. I just know I'm just thankful.
You the GOAT.
I'm thankful I got all this. We could do all this shit though, you know.
For sure, I love doing this. This is my favorite thing to do throughout the week, other than just chill with my family. Facts.
Great question, Trey. We appreciate it, man. We working on it. Well, mine's is a lot easier to handle than Tails, but. Let's see. Hang Up Steve says, let's get a Banana Fish review episode. It's time.
Oh, goodness.
Normally,
so Banana Fish, is that a slice of life?
No. Normally we leave that for our Patreon supporters, but it's Scuba Steve, so we'll have to take that. We'll have to take that one.
Okay. All right. Gotta watch Banana Fish.
You gotta watch Banana Fish. It's probably gonna be a while, maybe a few weeks or so. I think it's only 12 episodes though. If it's more than 12, then it's going to take.
I don't even know what is Banana Fish.
Banana Fish is on Amazon. I know I remember Sinead Truth talking about it on.
That's the only thing I know about it is that Nay likes it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she raving about it. She said it might hit her top 10. I think it did end up hitting her top 10, so we might have to come through on that. We'll see what's up.
Okay. It got a high rating on a lot. Look like everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of people love it. So give us how many episodes is it? Do you have
24.
24. Oh yeah, that's gonna take a few.
Finish that in a week.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a couple weeks, bro. Take a couple weeks. maybe 64. Maybe. We'll have to see. We'll see what's up, Steve. We'll let you know, bro. We'll let you know. All right, let's take this quick break. Before we head into our break, this is when we give our recommendations. My recommendation this week is going to be A Silent Voice, the movie I watched last week and talked about on the show. I think everybody should seriously watch that movie. Like, if you ever just, I mean, it's a hard one to watch because it's definitely something, especially if you don't like bullying. Like, I hate that shit. Like I said, I will go out of my way to bully a bully. Like in Twitch chat. Like, oh, dude, when people come through my Twitch chat and try to bully other people, I go fucking off, dude. I go off. I can't stand that shit. Yeah, but watch A Silent Voice. It's literally an important, very important movie. It's actually 2 hours long? It's quite long, but worth the watch all the same, man. It's such a respectable show. I wish it was a show.
Well, my recommendation isn't quite as heartfelt as that. My recommendation is Darling in the Franxx.
Really?
Yeah. It's I guess it's a mecha.
Yeah, I guess.
With a lot of relationship stuff in there. To me, I enjoyed Darling in the Franxx. Yeah. It was a little bit different than anything I have ever watched at that point in time, because I don't think I ever watched like Slice of Life before. And I wouldn't even consider that Slice of Life, but it was a little out there. But I enjoyed Darling in the Franxx. I enjoyed the art, the visual of it too.
Gosh, listen, that art is amazing.
It's fire.
And 02 is probably one of the best characters of all time.
Yo, she wild.
She's great. I love those overly confident yet submissive kind of characters. Like I like perfect. Strong female characters in general. Exactly. And like, I think it works out well when they're only submissive to someone who gives them the proper reasoning. Yep. Like, for instance, in Shariva Fell Knight. Yep. She was not submissive to anyone. Yep. But Ikki was who he is. So she was like, hey, I'm in here. Let's go. All right, we're going to take this quick break. Hey, listen, we have a fantastic song for you guys today, this week. This week is brought to you by, I had it pulled up, but then I accidentally closed it out. He was like one of the first ones to send us a song for the break. Now remember, if you want your lo-fi tunes to be featured during the break of our podcast, make sure you guys send either a YouTube link or the MP3 so we can actually incorporate it into the show, because Spotify links there's no way we can add it to the pod, unfortunately. So we will add your Spotify to the show notes too, so everybody know where to find your music, but we just can't add Spotify songs to the podcast. So make sure you guys give us the MP3s or YouTube links so we can actually do that. But this one comes from Mr. Auracane, which is a fantastic name, by the way. And it's called Sundown Samurai. It's a fantastic song. You guys are going to enjoy it. I enjoyed the hell out of it. And we'll be right back with Get to Know Mic Check Waifu. See you soon. And welcome back to Mic Check Waifu. Make sure you guys check out shop.miccheckwaifu.com to get some podcast merch. We'd appreciate you for supporting the podcast. I've been tongue twisted all goddamn night. For supporting the podcast that way. We appreciate it. For this segment, for those of you that don't know who are new, the segment is called Get to Know Mic Check Waifu, where one of us rolls a random number generator and we read, and the other reads a question from that number that is selected, and we answer it here together for you. And this is personal questions, personal anime questions, all kinds of stuff in it. So Tail has the role this week. He's going to roll a random number generator, and I'm going to read the question associated with that number. Let's do it.
Let's do it. 54.
54. We answered 59 last week. That's funny. 54 is favorite anime weapon.
Favorite anime weapon. Damn. So, to me, it's kind of easy.
Is it?
Yeah. But then again, it's kind of like hard, right? Like, straight up, the first weapon that comes to mind is Gilgamesh's AI, which is like the sword that he just pulls out and everything just falls to pieces, and that shit's busted. So when it comes to like just straight weapons, that's like probably one of my favorite ones. But currently, I'm really feeling the Zanpakuto. I actually bought Ichigo's Zanpakuto.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So I don't have it here. It's still in Ohio with my family, or actually it's in North Carolina with my dad. So I got to get it from him. But I do actually own his Zanpakuto. So in terms of like weapons, it's going to be a sword. But I'm stuck between Ichigo's Zanpakuto and AI.
Man,
unless a Gundam's a weapon, in which case Burning Gundam.
Yeah, of course it's a weapon. I'm going to go with I wish I could make this make sense, okay? I'm going to try to make it make sense. Kirito's tune in his MMO that he plays. The Black Swordsman, man. His fucking I don't know what stats
the dual wielder.
His whole spec in his MMOs that he played. Every MMO that he played in the Sword Art series, by the way, his specs are always insane. And
well, that's kind of not fair though, because the first one, it was based off like his real life dexterity. Like he had like already this innate. Really? Yeah, he had like he was the only person who had that high of like reaction speed in the game.
No, that was because he played the beta though. He had like some special shit from being a beta player.
No, because you remember in the original one, your skills weren't based off like just the game itself. You could get special skills that were based off just you because you did it.
Okay, that's wild. But no, I am going to probably say seriously, the Zanpakutos are crazy. The world of Bleach's weapons are just top tier, man.
We are here standing Bleach.
I know, what the fuck? I gotta stop. I gotta think of another weapon because we can't do Bleach. We can't both.
We are here standing Bleach.
The Adola burst. All right, let's move on.
All right, bet.
Shinra's Adola burst.
So, did you want to hit that Facebook topic?
Yeah, let's do that.
So, one of my friends from work, Andrew Kenter, he posted a nice little link from animesenpai.net that basically drops this news to us. Is great. It says, Japan's top anime studios have united together to launch a YouTube channel. Toei Animation, Nippon Animation, Kodansha Tezuka Productions, and Shinai Animation have united to launch a YouTube channel called Anime Log, which will stream free anime. The goal is to add 3,000 anime titles by 2022, with number of views per month reaching 300 million. So, like, if that's their goal, to basically launch free anime, they're making money just from putting anime on YouTube for people to watch. The current target audience is Japan, but There are also plans to add English sub content and Chinese sub for worldwide fans. So they know that obviously the US is going to be one of their biggest stakes when it comes to money in the anime game right now, because we are some of the biggest anime consumers in general. So it would be ridiculous to not do that. But I also want to look at like some of the stuff that they produced, right? Toei Animation is a very popular one, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
They have Dragon Ball. Let's see, One Piece. They have a Bayonetta series. Toei Animation has got a lot of really good stuff. They got Saint Seiya, Nippon Animation. They have Beyblade, which was hot back then. Yeah. Shaman King.
Let's go.
What else we got here? No, that's not good. We don't like that one. Hunter x Hunter. They got Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
The 2011 one.
Nice.
So the newer one. Kodansha. They have Noragami Arigato, Noragami, Your Lie in April, Seven Deadly Sins.
Go.
The Monogatari series. And I mean the original Seven Deadly Sins, not the new one. That doesn't look good. They have Hajime Ippo, Attack on Titan. Oh, God, they got some real bangers. I didn't even really look at this list that much. They got some heat over here. I feel bad for that. True, they got Fairy Tail. So they got some stuff, some pretty good looking stuff on that one. Tezuka Productions, they have Astro Boy. What's like their biggest title?
So let's get into this real quick. So that's dope. That's fucking incredible. For one, you're absolutely right. They're going to make a killing from YouTube. Easy YouTube money if they don't have to worry about copyright infringement, because obviously it's theirs. Shit. So they're obviously fine there. So and in the way YouTube works is you can separate it, the views per video with the monetization, so that studio can get their money directly from YouTube. It's a better option than selling your shit to Crunchyroll or Funimation, because they pay them motherfuckers nothing. They don't pay shit.
They get one fee and then they get all those benefits.
Exactly. So they don't pay shit as far as like anime goes. So like when I see people now, everybody knows that the site that shall not be named was shut down temporarily. It's back. There are a few phishing websites that are pretending to be it, but that are not it. So be careful out there. But there is a site out there that is actually a real one that you can play still anime off of it. And then there's still a bunch of other anime sites you can watch it on.
Yeah. 9 Anime, new best.
So even if the site that shall not be named don't ever come back, which it is, you're fine. Trust me. Now, this is something everyone should do. Fuck giving it to Crunchyroll. Like all those Crunchyroll and Funimation stands, like get out of here, okay? Like I pay for my shit because I know it's the bare minimum way I can at least support something.
And you guarantee the quality as well.
And I'm guaranteed the quality. I'm guaranteed the subs are correct. I'm like, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. But like it's the best way to support these people right now. But if every studio decides to, hey, let's get a YouTube channel, just stream it for free, because ad money is real money there on Google's YouTube. Like you can literally make a killing going straight directly to the studio without a third party fucking everything up. You know what I'm saying? Now the problem is we won't get dubs, but I mean whatever. Like we'll be all right. Like
right.
And I'm a dub guy, so like. Because I speak English.
But I mean, you watching YouTube for free anyway, or let's say you got YouTube Red or Premium, whatever they call it now. Yeah. Like I have YouTube Premium. I can just throw on anime and just play it. Like you just give me a whole anime playlist for whatever anime I like, and I can just watch it right there with nothing. Yeah, yes, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it in a heartbeat.
Straight up, like it's way better than like giving it to Crunchyroll. Like this is a way better option. I hope it's something they think about doing like legitimately and not just for Japan, but bringing it over to us too and actually testing the waters with this, because I feel like they would benefit a lot if they did.
And it could change the game.
It will literally change the game.
We already got Dr. Disrespect on YouTube.
Fucking destroying it right now too. Like he's making so much fucking money, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy, bro.
He's killing it right now. He's averaging 120,000 people, which is way more than he did on Twitch. It's insane. It's insane. Anyway, Yeah, I think that's a brilliant move. I think they should definitely do that, and I hope they do that.
And then they could do things like that, like a live premiere.
Yep.
Especially with right now with the coronavirus going on. If they probably won't be, it probably won't be hitting this year, but if they were to hit like something like, if they had this done already, they could have been doing live premiere of anime, all kind of different things. They could have been giving us old ones that we want back, that even if they just did like limited run type things.
Yep.
There's literally YouTube channels that just do 24-hour live streams of live TV shows. Yep. Like, could you imagine a 24-hour live stream of, I don't know, Dragon Ball or something like that?
Yep.
Like just like, oh, let's reminisce and just throw Dragon Ball on for 24 hours.
Set a schedule, man. Turn this shit into TV. Like, set a schedule. Say this is coming on at this time, this Japan time, but the Americans could watch it at this time. Blah, 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 blah. Just set timers for this episode of this is coming on. Like, create a TV guide for it. Like, there's so much shit you could do with this that'll just blow the fuck up. And again, you will make millions of dollars from YouTube, by the way, because this will get it'll hit 1 million subs on YouTube
and their subscribers. Come on, bro.
Yeah, straight up.
They're gonna sub easy.
It's done. It's a done. Hit that join button. It's a done deal.
Or let's even say they do something ridiculous like, hey, if you're a monthly subscriber, you get this episode 24 hours early. There's some people who do that because they want to just be the ones to be able to say like, hey, I watched it before you did.
Right.
Like, it's gonna happen, bro. Just go ahead and make it happen. Make this little YouTube money. It's not about to be little anymore.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Cut out that Funimation middleman. Because, I mean, again, what gets on my nerves is seeing the voice actors. Like, I am going to pay my subs, okay? I'm going to pay for Verve. I am going to pay for Funimation. I'm going to pay because that's just, I want to support it as much as I can because it's supporting me. Or this podcast is supporting me. But I can't stand those voice actors that be like, yo, screw those pirated sites. Like, y'all literally give them pennies, man. Y'all give these studios pennies, basically, to fucking air their stuff. You're just as illegal.
You're doing them dirty, bro.
Doing them dirty, man. Like, come on, man.
Way better way to go.
It's way better. We just got a tweet from Blaname Podcast that says the Bleach intro outro praise from Mike Check Waifu is greater than everything. Wait till you hear this episode, Mike.
Wait till you hear this episode because we were saying we might be Naruto stans, but we might just go ahead and stan Bleach and Naruto.
Nah, I don't think it's Naruto level yet. I still like Naruto a lot more. But
I agree. It's not Naruto level yet, but Bleach is like I said, like we said before, it's better than I remember.
Right.
Growing up.
All right. Well, real quick, before we get into our spoiler talk, before our spoiler anime, again, we warn you every time we get into the spoiler talk, so don't worry, you're not there just yet, because we got one more question 46 seconds ago, last minute entry from the homie Isaiah.
Okay.
He says, what is the anime villain that you love more? What is the anime villain that you love more, the hero or the heroes? Okay. He says, what anime villain do you love more than the heroes? Basically, I didn't vet this question because we literally just got it. But he said, and why is the correct answer Kenpachi?
The thing is Kenpachi's not a villain.
He's not. He never was a villain in the first place.
Technically, he was doing the right thing. He just wanted to throw hands. So it's. I'm sorry, it can't be Kenpachi.
Yep.
There's a lot of anime villains I like Askeladd.
Yeah.
He was a villain because our main character was not him. So he is a villain. He was a direct antagonist to our main character.
Yeah. He was a more interesting character than our main character too, by the way.
Yeah. Oh my God, he is amazing. God damn. Who else is a really good villain? I liked Greed. Madara Uchiha. Aizen.
Great fucking villain.
I love Greed from Seven Deadly Sins. No, not from Seven Deadly Sins. Greed from Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Both of them are great villains.
Yeah.
Who end up technically becoming protagonists, but you know.
L from Death Note. Just kidding.
Oh God. L is a great villain, even though he is a villain. He's a villain technically.
I think so. I think so. That's a whole conversation in itself. But I even like Pain is even up there. He's a great villain too.
So I didn't want to mention Pain because you said Madara, but Pain is personally my favorite Naruto villain.
He's a great one. The motivations were kind of stupid until he explained it.
Yeah.
And when he monologued it and explained it, I'm like, oh shit.
That shit hit home.
Yeah, it blew me back.
It still works today.
Yeah, facts. Oh man, it's such a good fucking monologue too. Such a good monologue.
Well, him and Madara just had really good monologues.
Yo, true. Wasn't they voiced by the same person? No.
It felt like it. The voice was deep in the
Yeah.
His voice was deep. How you said mine was just a minute ago. My mic was messing up.
Oh, yo, Tell's voice, Mike made him sound like a demon. I wish I was recording it, man. It was crazy. He sounded like Kenpachi.
Right.
Yeah, man.
But that I guess Mom from Promised Neverland.
Yeah, Isabella.
I like her.
Yeah.
I like her more in the manga because the anime hasn't gone far. But
okay, spoilers. Anyway.
That's not a spoiler.
I don't know. Let's get into this. Speaking of spoilers, Montel Way.
Hey, you know how I do.
Let's get into the spoiler talk with our weekly anime shows. Oh shit, man, we got a lot to discuss still. Another long episode. We destroying our lips in memory, by the way. Behind the scenes. Let's do it. Fuck.
What are we jumping off with? Let's hit Misfit since Crystal said we ain't talk about it last week.
Sorry, Crystal. That's our fault. Like we should have
This for you.
skipped it. This is definitely for you. It is probably one of the best shows this season for sure. It's hard to say that because everything is so fucking good right now. It's so good.
Yeah, and I will say I'm not technically putting it up with like Sword Art and stuff like that, but I think it's holding its own.
I don't give a fuck. I love this show so much.
I think it's holding its own. That's what I was saying. I'm like, I'm not necessarily putting it directly against them as like a seasonal thing,
right?
But it's holding its own in my mind. Like
it's top tier anime. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, it is really good for something that was not on the radar. Man,
listen, it was on my radar.
Wasn't on mine until you said it, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna pick it up." All right, what you think about this episode, bro?
Finally, the teacher got what she deserved.
Yo, that was great. First of all, like
for one, what she did to his mom, I never felt so much anguish and
I was
like,
salty,
anger for that. Like, she's the fucking sweetest lady in the fucking world, dude. And you do that to her.
I do want to say they did us dirty in this episode. Like they did us as viewers dirty.
Straight up.
Because we thinking every time they turn to that certain angle, here's Anos. Then boom, they get hit again.
Oh.
And then they turn to the angle again. Okay, here comes Anos. Boom, they get hit again. I'm just like, oh my God. How many times are you going to hit these girls? Then mom get hit. Like when they first came up and was like, blow. And I was like, she just hit their mom? Nah, Anos got to pop up. No, she hit them all with like 4 or 5 direct blasts. We was like, okay, so Anos not coming. It's a wrap. They really about to be dead out here.
Damned it, bro. It was so good, man. It was this story, man. This story does not have the nerve to be as good as it is. For one, I'm gonna just say that. Like you got this overpowered character. Normally, something slips. There's never good characters. There's never good writing. There's never there's never any of that all at the same time. Like with an overpowered character, there's never none of it at all.
And there's still so much more mystery to the episode,
exactly,
or to the season,
to the show. Period. Yeah, straight up. Like, I can't wait to see what happens when he fights. What's his name? Now that bothered me a little bit when the girl was trying to save his mom and he stopped, and the girl lied to him saying,
Anos didn't know.
That. Like, why? Anos is helping.
Anos probably told her not to.
But like, why though?
I don't know. She probably figured if he knew Anos was helping, that he probably would hold back on the fight, right? And he was trying to honor probably his dying mom's wish. It's like let him fight all out.
I see.
And he probably knows he about to sit here and take old boy life, and probably just revive him again because that's what Anos can do. But it's also like you don't want him to hold back. So
Right.
if you go in and be like, yeah, I'm saving your mom, and ain't shit you can do about it, he's gonna be like, well, why would I even come here to fulfill this mission that I had in the first place? He want him to actually go all out because that's what they said they was gonna do.
Yeah, you're right.
And we even got a little inkling of like, this is like the first character that Anos went up like head to head with and couldn't just straight up just like kill. Like Anos was saying, I was trying to crush your heart, and he like had his fingers in his chest. Now, granted, dude had a sword and couldn't cut through Anos' skin really.
Yep.
And Anos had his bare hands and was like an inch away from his heart, but it's like, damn.
Yep.
You know, like that's the first time we seen someone that Anos was just like stood up like boom. Other than like the time god dude.
Yeah.
You know, that was a whole nother level. But this is the first like straight up just regular person we saw who Anos couldn't just like straight just dog.
But we know he's the reincarnation of his best friend, which was that swordsman dude from back in the
and the
the
most loyal person to him.
The most loyal as well. Yeah. So we know how that's gonna turn out, but like I'm still so fucking intrigued by how fantastically well done this show's story is done. Like how it's done.
And all right, so I do want to say something about what you said. That the damn teacher, yo, shit was amazing. And I was like, yo, wait, is she different? Like, bro, did he change her hair?
She
and it was like she like, hold
up,
wait.
A fucking half and half, bro.
She like, hold up, wait, I'm not full demon anymore. And I'm like, get her, bro.
She a half and half Arizona, bro.
It's great.
It's so great. Like for one, she has always been a snizitch, you know, like I don't like to call women a B word, but she's been a biznitch, like straight up, straight up.
Yeah, she is one of the worst characters, and obviously there's someone behind her pulling the real strings,
absolutely. And
she's just like kind of doing whatever she's told to do and
not
have
anymore.
These values.
She's loyal.
Yeah, now she's you know.
I know some fault to the gold.
Well, that's also like she's not loyal to him yet. It's more like she don't have a choice because like she has to be in that boat now.
Yep. Now that she's a half, like she's about to see how they're treated, and hopefully she suffers.
Yeah.
What a curse.
She might not be. What if she's not even a teacher no more?
Oh, true. Damn. I hope she still is though. I want to see her.
So Anos can be like, yeah, what's going on, bum? With your big, I'm half blooded eye.
She kind of look better half blooded, by the way. Now.
I mean, you're right.
Yeah, like I hope that she is still a teacher. I don't know how this show is going to end, and I don't want it to end, to be honest.
I feel like what they're going to do is at the end of the season, they probably going to show us the dude that he saw, that he was talking to, the hero, the true hero.
Mm-hmm. Do you think
that's going to be it?
Do you think the reincarnated true hero is the one that is, I know what they say, Anos Divya? Ava Divya.
I kind of feel like that.
That's what I'm thinking too.
But I don't know because
same.
The true hero, every time Anos killed him, he came back.
Right.
And knew, because like he knew who he was. He remembered who he was. So it's not like Anos could kill him and he just wouldn't know what was going on.
No, I know know who he is now. I'm just saying he's taking that name.
I mean, he could have, but also still, like if you think about it, I would think he's been around too long for him to not be recognizable. So he would have to change everything. I mean, I guess if he has access to magic, because he hasn't beat Anos once, he'd have. That's what I don't know what his extent of his power is, because like he hadn't beat Anos beforehand, and Anos had to let him kill him for this to happen.
Right. I don't know, man. This is one we can't predict, but I love it all the same. Like this is when I turn on, I'm like, I rub my hands together with the bird, man, and shit, excited to watch. Get the bird.
Got your lugs on, you tied up your lugs.
Tied up my lugs, ready to watch, bro. Oh shit. Yeah, man, it's a great show. It's a great show. Next, I want to go to Black himself, the Black Swordsman, Kirito.
Okay. I didn't think he was gonna want to jump to that greatness so much. I said he was gonna be back in a little bit. What was that? That was episode 6.
Mm-hmm.
I said it by episode 6. If he ain't back, it's gonna be wild. why did he have to come in so hard though?
So fucking hard.
He came in like, hold this door, bro. Like, just chill.
Hold this shield. Let me protect my wife real quick. Wait a minute. You know,
hey, you shield. Good, baby? That's what he was. He was like, yo, what's happening?
He slid through, bro. He slid through.
It almost broke me though. Like, low key. Yeah. It almost broke me. He was like ripping his fucking heart out, and it's like, yo, I'm like, why is Sword Art so fucking like dark right now?
Listen, man, that part made up for everything that they went through in the past. Because in the past, Kirito, if you remember correctly, Kirito held that shit in. He always held it in to be strong for everybody else, to show everybody else his strength. He always held his emotion in when it came to, you know, the shit he did in SAO, the shit he did in Ironclad, the shit he did in GGO. Like, he always held that shit in until finally, in this internal darkness that he's in right now, watching all of that play through, his friends
gave up.
Yep, his friends, oh my gosh, man, I'm done. And he tried.
And it was crazy because he sees the people he loves and he's still like, nah, fuck that. Like, I'm done. I quit, bro. Yep. Like, I am done. And he literally and it was so graphic. It was like, yo, like, I ain't know how to process it at the moment. I'm just like, yo, damn.
Yeah, I mean,
his heart and like his chest is opening up and he's just like hands in and just trying to rip.
And the sound of it, whoosh, ugh.
Oh,
it was awful.
God.
It was awful. It was real bad. Like, real bad isn't good.
Yeah. It gave you the right feeling.
Yes.
But when he came through, like I said, let me put this shield up real quick.
I cannot wait to.
Let me synthesize my arm real quick because I can do whatever the fuck I want because I'm Kirito the GOAT, boy. Oh my god, yo, I want Kirito to smoke this dude so fucking bad.
Yo, he smoked all of the Americans and like Koreans and shit. Like,
yeah, he was like, whoosh. Hey, yo,
perfect weapon control.
Yu-Gi-Oh, handle my light work for me.
Yeah. It's perfect weapon control. Done. See ya.
Oh,
bye.
Man, this shit was crazy.
Legit, SAO is goated. Did I put it in my top 10? I don't remember if I didn't.
But let's also talk about how Asuna had her fucking moment. Yeah. Yo. I was like, nah. Asuna was like, nah, I'm not going down like that. Her angel wings popped out.
Shout out to you.
Yo, that animation. So that animation. Now, I know you might not necessarily like this. I was like, damn, Polo not really gonna like this animation, but I loved it.
Where?
When they went to like a more like, it was still like their high quality, super graphic animated, but they also had like the scratchy, like hand drawn art on their face. I was like, yo, this shit is beautiful.
It was gorgeous. Now let me clarify something for you, because you think I just
my life back.
You think it's just something that I don't like the sketchiness of it. It's not the sketchiness. It's the literal direction, the literal camera angles that are used in these shots of Mob Psycho that I don't like. Okay. Our stylistic choices are okay with me if the camera direction is done right and not this fucking shaky cam born identity bullshit. This was, again, one of those perfect scratchy moments. I even seen it in the episode of Bleach that was fucking gorgeous too, by the way.
Yeah.
You're going to get to it soon, I think.
I think I've seen it already.
You already seen it? Yeah. Because
they did it recently, something like that.
Beautiful. Oh, man, when Yuki came through, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is Yuki? Like, they showing all these flashbacks of people who's been a part of SAO, who's been a part of the story, who's grew with these characters, who's been attached to these characters in such a close way. But they ain't show Yuki yet. And then they finally show Yuki, and she come through with her Yuki fucking fighting style, damn near, and was dogging them, dude.
Yeah, this show is crazy, bro.
The way the camera follows the characters as she was flying into them, and oh my god, I can't gush enough.
And I did kind of feel a little hopeless when she poked a hole through dude and he got back up, and I was like, come the fuck on. Like, why are y'all doing this? Like, what kind of hate do you have for your own characters right now to be doing this shit? Like, you doing the worst. You doing the worst.
SAO is so good at bringing you to that pit of despair and then yanking you out of it before you hit the bottom.
Yeah, Kirito is that dude though. Just straight up. I don't even know how to put it. Like, he came through and he did what he did, and then next week we gonna see if they really. He said he's gonna kill Kirito himself, and it's not happening.
No. Who do you think? Is there a character in SAO you didn't like? Like I love the villains. Like I love and I don't love them as in the sense.
I mean, like, yeah, like you mean like, do I like how they're written?
Yeah, of course.
I guess technically, the only character I really don't like in terms of writing right now is the main villain in this one. I can't remember his name, but the one who eats everybody's memories. Yeah, I don't really like him, but not because of the fact that like I don't like him because of that's what his character is. I don't like him because of he's badly written.
Me either. Yeah, that's what I mean.
He's experienced this. He likes to ingest memories from video games, and he's actually pure fucking evil. Yeah, he's just really bad. And I think like that's a reality of humanity, is that sometimes people are really shitty people.
He's literally a serial murderer. He murdered his best friend to see if he can eat her. So like he's just an awful person. But again, you don't like him because he's a bad person. It's not that he's a bad character. Like
it's because of how he was written. That's just it.
Exactly. And
that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's anyone.
There's nobody
in SAO I dislike because of just bad writing.
Me either. I keep trying to. I fucking love the Pontifex. Like she was a dog. Like I can't think of anybody.
And she was doing what she was doing for technically a good reason.
For sure. Yeah. For sure.
First of all, she was given a job. She did her job.
Yep.
She was saving all the people for when the human world came to get them. But also she has to defend against the underworld, which that's what she was there for. If the Pontifex was there, technically this would have already been done.
Straight up. She would have just did this, took the eraser, and just erased it all. See you later.
All right. See you guys.
Man, that moment was fantastic. SAO is great. Goated. I don't care. Goated. Oh. Next.
All right. Can we hop on Fire Force?
Let's do it.
Lighter
episode. Bro? Lighter episode this week, but just as important as episode 2. Just as important as episode 3. Like this shit. Fire. Yeah, so, pun intended.
Right. So the main thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that when all the lights went out at night.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, like when I seen it initially, I didn't necessarily know. I was like, I don't know what that is. I'm thinking it might be a bunch of those like little animals who got turned into like I'm thinking that might be what it is. And then he takes a deeper look and it's infernals. I'm like, bro.
Because listen, we'll talk about world building.
It shows that during that cataclysm, thousands, millions of people are probably out there who are infernals who have not been put to rest yet.
Yep.
And like they just out there.
You don't die as an infernal. You just you
They've
just exist.
been there for 250 years.
Yeah. Maybe it's a couple of Il Soul Eater people in there as infernals.
I mean, very possible. Very possible. Like, shit's wild.
Like just to think about how them going through the old world. So impressive, man. You see the stoplights, you see cars, you see shit that's normal to us that they're just like, look at this. And you can feel that. Like it feels like like a better version of Dr. Stone. It was awesome.
Also Ogun,
shout out.
His fucking Yoruba spears.
Yes.
Talk about a call out. So this is I wanted to say this, and this is just one of those things I love. Like I saw on Twitter, somebody said they love that there's black characters in Fire Force, right? Mm-hmm. And here's the reason I love the black characters in Fire Force is that not even that they powerful, is that we didn't ask for these characters, you know? Yeah. These aren't this. We didn't have to go to the writer of Fire Force and be like, hey yo, look, it's too much bad stuff going on in the world. Put some black characters in your anime. We didn't have to like beg for this.
Right.
He just did it. This was already done, and it comes out that, yo, when we finally get this shit animated, it's amazing. The Yoruba is obviously a whole African tribe. Yep. And he got the Yoruba spears, and that's his Fire Force power? Are you serious?
Oh my God.
I was hyped. I was just like,
this shit loud.
I'm like, yo, like, come on, bro. It's hype. This show is great.
I don't even know what to say.
And the Infernal Dogs, Like, what else got turned into infernals? There's a fucking Onyx in the background from Pokemon.
Yo, I just them experiencing this whole world is funny. When they got hit with the gas and they were just
that was funny as fuck,
that shit was funny, man.
I actually screenshot when dude said I told them to wear a gas mask.
Yep.
I was gonna take out the gas part and say I told them to wear a face mask.
Memeable.
Put on the fucking mask, bro.
Put on the mask. Straight up. Yeah, man, I just fucking love it, dude. There's not much to say about this week's episodes other than what they found. Obviously, they think it's another what they call it,
Adola burst or the
Amaterasu.
Yeah, Amaterasu. That's it. You're right. Yeah. That's exactly what it is, Amaterasu. So, what do you think about the animals with Fire Force power?
Not even animals, man. What the fuck? I mean, it's obviously like a nuclear power plant, right? Just a regular.
Well, that's what I would assume Amaterasu is, right? Well, it might be
the one that Vulcan's ancestor created, but I'm talking about this one.
It looks like a nuclear power plant, yeah. But also the idea that they might have created it before Vulcan's family even did anything with it.
That's because it's not. It's a normal nuke plant, though. You know, like it was back then. Amaterasu didn't exist. So
yeah, but to these people or to us, it would just be a nuclear power plant.
Exactly.
Right?
To 250 years ago, people was just a regular
harnessing power differently.
Yep. So now
but
I'm confused, man. That's why I love Fire Force, bro.
Yeah, this shit's crazy. Yeah.
I don't know how to think about that.
And are they going to encounter like we have no idea what they can encounter?
That's why. Sorry to interrupt you about that whole talking animal point, but that's
why.
That's why I think those animals are talking, because they grew up in this oasis, which is obviously a nuclear power plant. Maybe it's nuclear waste that turns them to these talking animal type things. That's just my guesstimation. Because I know you was going to touch on that and I stopped you, so it's my fault.
No, you fine though, because that's exactly where I wanted to go. Is that like they're at a nuclear power plant. At least that's what it seems like. There's an oasis.
Yeah. The
energy from the Amaterasu at this point provides basically well-being and health to everything within its radius. Right. It's kind of I just think it's really cool, and like you said before, the world building for the show is exactly what we always wanted, right? Mm-hmm. They're building the world in a very good manner, and this is one of those episodes that people would have been like, "Oh, this anime is too slow."
Yeah, Jesus,
you know, like Tamaki clothes didn't pop off, so there's nothing to complain about there. But this episode was too slow, so this anime isn't good.
Yo,
but it's like, fact. Did you not see everything they just dropped you with? That's like literally the impact from those infernals just sitting out in the middle of the darkness was enough for this episode to be too much.
Yeah, yo, you're right. Dropping dimes right now, bro. That's the truth, man. People are going to complain, but this episode was great, man. It was just as great as any other episode this week. I mean, the Ogun moment alone was fucking for me. I'm like, oh yeah, that's it.
That shit hard. He got a board. Come on, bro. I was like,
it's so live.
It's too good.
Yeah, let's move on though.
Let's talk. You want to hop on next?
Let's talk about Rent a Girlfriend last.
Okay.
And let's talk about fucking ReZero, bro. So much fucking despair. Like, I might as well be watching Danganronpa at this point. Like, I can't. It's so heavy.
Yo.
Don't do Petra. Like, come on, man. You didn't ever. I could have literally went the entire series without ever seeing a Petra death, bro.
And what made it bad is at the end, they basically just see him. And it's not even like, he's like, oh, Petra is with me. No, it's her arm, bro.
Just her arm. You can't take it like that. And it was obviously, they gave the death hints like quite frequently throughout that entire episode, right?
Well, here's the thing that scares me, right? Is that this season, they haven't used death that much.
Yeah.
They haven't used death that much at all this season. And
I can't stand
Beatrice saved him.
I can't stand it. It pissed me off so much.
And I'm just like, I'm like, yo, so is this death about to be permanent? What's going on here?
I don't need Federica and Petra's gonna be gone. Rim is gonna be gone. I mean Ram, sorry. I don't care.
Well,
about
Rem is
Ram is probably
sleep.
gone too. Yeah.
So we don't know what's about to happen, and can things go back to normal? And if Beatrice,
did he open the door to Beatrice or Beatrice?
He opened the door to get to Rem. That was the room that Rem was in.
Oh fuck me!
And Beatrice saved him. He's like, "Why did you save me?" Because normally you only find Beatrice by knowing which room she's in randomly.
Yeah.
You have to earn access to that room, and she went to him basically.
Yep.
And I'm just like, yo, bro, my fucking heart.
I wish you would have just died when you saw Petra's arm. Just kill me.
just die right there.
Just kill me, bro. And that's what makes this suffering in this show so fucking bad. Like, he has to die to go back and hopefully fix the situation yet again.
Even though it shows, like, I think it shows like a good psychological look at of humanity, right? Because I do believe that, all right, if we was going through this ourselves and you see your friend's arm hanging from you, yeah, you're sad. You're like, damn, I can't believe this is happening. You just got thrown through a window. But you already saw Rem die 20, 30 times. So that's the first thing in your mind. I don't want that to happen again more than I don't want this right now. So he runs to Rem, not thinking, because he wants to save her. And we don't even know what's going to happen next. It's
Beatrice.
ReZero is, like I said, it's a series of moments. so much heartbreak and
it's despair. It's the only word to describe what the fuck you feel when you're watching this show. I felt so heavy, but I just didn't want to stop watching. Like, I'm like, come on. When Federica trains, though, I'm like, oh, that shit's dope. She's incredible. She's fucking incredible.
It makes me feel like what's his name? The other dude back at the
turn into a lion or some shit.
Yeah, like what's his transformation?
It probably is a lion. Like, they're both probably lion-esque type creatures. But bro, fuck, man. Dude, let's talk about the direction too. How insane was that camera work when it went into first person and he was getting thrown the fucking around, like,
and the blood on his eyes, like how his vision got blurry and bloodied and then washed off the blood again, and
they showed
him going through the window.
Yep, they showed us his whole perspective from that. Like, they went inside his perspective. The way the camera literally went inside of his perspective. It was him when he was knocked out, and we can only see what Subaru could see, and that shit is always the most impressive shit. Whenever I see that in movies and shit, like, I get so impressed as like a cinematographer when you can make me feel what the character is feeling. And in anime though, yeah, like, he got thrown out. He was on his mount. His mount get fucking thrown wherever the fuck his mount get thrown. Like
the ground dragon got thrown.
Yeah, and then he's like, what the fuck is
he's basically unconscious already.
Yep, he's halfway dead as it is. Thrown through the window again. We see him going through the window. I'm like, yo, this shit's fucking crazy. How does people watch this show and how, bro? How is the show not? People don't like the show, and I just don't understand how.
They don't like. It's too much feeling. It's too much.
Yeah, I mean, it is too much. But like, people will say I can't get into it. Like, that'd be their reason for not watching ReZero.
And I'll give them that, because I had to watch the first episode like 3 times. But once I finished that first episode, I was like, I'm in there.
There's no fucking way I can watch that first episode 3 times. I need to know what the fuck is going on. So I'm going to go to the second. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm going to say that because I didn't actually finish the first episode. Like, I was like 10 minutes into the first episode.
I see.
And I was like, I'm not.
Well, that's
done.
different. Yeah.
And it wasn't. I think I just got interrupted by something.
Yeah.
But I think once I completely finished the first episode, I was like stuck. And I was like, all right, I got to watch everything.
Yeah. How the fuck is this going to play out? What the fuck is happening? Like, even still, we know what's happening now, but we just don't fucking get it.
There's still so much we don't know.
We just don't get it.
Like, we don't know what Roswell knows.
Yep. Subaru uses ink attack again for the first time in, like, I don't know how long.
Yeah. It's the only magic he knows.
That's it.
And it's dark magic.
Yep. Fuck, man. And it releases Descent of the Witch too. Man, there's so much shit. There's so much shit. Please, see, this is crazy to say. For those of you that don't watch ReZero, sorry for spoiling it for you, but this may sound crazy coming from my mouth. I hope Subaru dies, bro. I hope our main characters die.
Please.
So bad.
But here's the thing, though, is that you never know, like, if he dies, and it's like, what if it's the checkpoint?
Whoa,
what if he died?
No, what if Beatrice is the new checkpoint? Oh, no.
What if it's like, yo, that was a good point to save.
You just took me out with that, dude.
Yo, I would be done, bro. Because remember, at the beginning, when we didn't know what was going on with Rem, he was like, no, I got to die so I can go back. And he came back. He was like,
it's a new chick. Yeah.
Shit, no, it's the same exact thing. I'm about to go through it all over again anyway.
I can't do it, man. I can't. No, please don't be a new save. Please, bro. Please.
That's
man.
exactly. I think about that every time he die. I'm just like, where is he gonna go back to? Please don't be a new save, because I can't deal with that as a new save right now.
Oh, God, you're killing me. That just killed me. I can't believe you just said that.
I gotta make sure you understand.
That just took me all the way back.
I just gotta make sure you understand.
Oh shit! All right, let's get into Rent a Girlfriend before I die of dread.
This show consistently brings the drama.
The drama, bro.
Drama, bro. Yo, so
what if this new chick is like a crush?
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, yo, what if she got a crush on him and she just trying to find out so that she can try and be with him?
I'm okay with that.
I am 100% okay with that.
She's adorable.
Chizuru's not okay with that.
Again, though, Chizuru's doing what the fuck she keep doing, bro. She keeps throwing, like, she keeps.
You're not wrong.
You have no chance with me, so maybe we'll get you a girlfriend. Maybe this helps. But
she did give him that look. Was like, motherfucker, what you looking at? I'm here. You remember that? She did, and he saw her. He was like, oh shit. It was like, yo, she gave him that look. Yo, like, you staring at her, but I'm right here. Are you for real?
Yeah, yeah. But again, right after that, it was.
She went straight back to business.
I'm a rental.
Man,
I think the other chick was a rental too, though. Obviously, like that's.
I do too.
Pretty clear.
I think she is a rental, and I think that she either is a rental or used to be. And she knows, she thinks it's too obvious that she's just doing things to like have that appeal. Mm-hmm. And she's probably rented with Oh Boy, because come on, man, Oh Boy do look like a whole ass weasel, bro.
A whole weasel,
like
Ron Stoppable.
He looked like a weasel, and I'm like, yo, this ain't your show. I'm like, why are you doing this? Why?
So what if this entire time she was like an underclassman stalker?
I'll take it.
And she liked our main character, and she heard about the whole drowning of the ferry and shit, and that's when she decided to step up.
Easily. I'd happily take it.
You're going to find out next episode, because it's going to be a lot more of her, so.
And her hair black.
Yeah, she's live. Chizuru's still the waifu, but.
Chizuru is technically the coldest right now, period.
100%. 100%.
But she is a close second. I like her way more than Mami-chan.
I fucking hate Mami-chan.
I want to kick Mami-chan in the left kneecap.
It's like
she used to be a girlfriend until she took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah, see ya later.
Right.
Yeah, I can't wait for more though.
Yeah, for sure. But it's really more or less just I'm ready for more to unfold. I'm ready to see where things go. I'm ready to get Chizuru pushed into a corner to where she gotta say something.
I'm with that.
I want Chizuru to be like, look, I know what we doing. I know I said I'm gonna help you be better so you can get a girlfriend, but I want to be that girlfriend, dude. And I want to be it.
Our main character is finally starting to realize those feelings himself, but he keeps getting knocked the fuck right back down by Chizuru herself. Yeah. So it's like, he's like, I would actually rather be with you. Like when he said that shit, I'm like, oh, he's finally starting to understand it, but he's still in the mindset that she wants nothing to do with him because guess what? She's showing that
That's
she
what
wants
she's
nothing to
saying.
do with him. So, yeah.
I still think if he has some more confidence, he'd just straight up say it. But I still get it. Like she telling him,
remember when everyone went to sleep? He said it all.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
Kinda.
I want to still rent you. Blah 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 blah.
I just wish he would have left the rent part out.
Yep.
If he would have just left that rental part out, where he was like, "I want to be with you."
Yep.
That would have been it. That'd have been like, all right, I want to give you a shot. I want to try Why can't we give him girlfriend advice?
I know. That I'm 100% with right there.
Oh man, this should be a pick your own adventure anime.
Oh my god, it'd be live. It'd be so live.
Oh man,
ooh, what if
they do need to make this a game, a little playable rent a girlfriend game.
Yeah. I mean, they made Clannad a game. I'm pretty sure they can make this one. Clannad was a visual novel.
Yeah,
that I'm surprised I don't own.
Me too.
Yeah, a great show though. Great show. Great episode, by the way. This is episode 62. Might check Waifu. Tell you want to run us through that rundown? Another 2-hour episode.
Because it just is what it is. All right. So we just ended with a little explanation of the Great Rent a Girlfriend. Then we also talked about ReZero and as Polo says, despair that it brings. Hopefully that last death wasn't a checkpoint. We gonna see how that goes. Then we also talked about Fire Force and literally just how fire it is. A very calm episode, but has some greatness to it that you just had to pay attention to catch everything. Sword Art Online is consistently giving us bangers. Yuki came through. Asuna came through. Our boy Kirito came through.
Black is back.
Black is back. It's crazy, bro. Then we talked about Misfit Demon King, and come on, bro, it's hitting. It's a hit right now. I can't explain it anymore. Then we also talked about Kiss Anime coming back because we knew they weren't gonna stay long for going. They're like a phoenix. They come right back every time. And also how Toei Animation, Nippon Animation, Kodansha Tezuka Productions, and Shine Animations are all coming together to make Anime Log to put on YouTube. What y'all think about that? Is that gonna be good or bad? Polo's recommendation was a silent voice because he doesn't like bullies and you shouldn't either. We should put bullies down.
Sure.
Not like vaccinated, not like lethal injection, but we should put them down as in like. Hey, what it is. Darling and the Franks was my recommendation. Don't watch it with your girlfriend unless she into that kind of stuff. Banana Fish Review, maybe, possibly, we'll see. Balancing everything, balancing anime, our regular lives, families, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes it's a struggle, but we do it for you. We do it for us too, but we do it for you too. Solar reboot, it is possible. I think I would love a Solar reboot, and then Polo can watch the reboot. Give it like 100 2011 vibe. Just give us the whole reboot. Streamline it, make it 30 episodes, something like that. Be a straight banger. Bleach. We talked about Bleach. We loved Bleach. Unbothered Mike Zone. Love this Bleach talk because that's all it's been. That was like 30 minutes of Bleach. It was great. Polo also watched Violet Evergarden and enjoyed it very much.
Good.
And we also talked about God of High School, and I think Polo might be dropping it off his list. I'm gonna keep watching it.
I'm gonna binge it.
I'm gonna keep watching it, but that's just it. I don't know if we're gonna talk about that no more. But that's what's that, episode 62, bro?
That's episode 62. I've been at Polo Bornfly on all social media.
And I'm at King Teliano on all social media.
You can follow our social medias at Might Check Waifu on Twitter and at Might Check Waifu on Instagram. And as always, Mic check.
You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu Waifu.